The Australia's Got Talent stars banned.
I was just wondering if you can tell us why Taylor Henderson was kicked out of the church.
The father and son grand finalists kicked out of their church. So, what have they done? Plus, dummy bidders busted. Cars and houses. The secret tapes revealing how they drive prices up to rip us all off. And Alex Favola tells all as she splits with her footy bad boy husband, Brendan. Good evening, I'm Matt White and thanks for joining us. They were the father and son who won over the nation with their performances on Australia's Got Talent. But Cameron and Taylor Henderson didn't win over their church. It's been revealed 17-year-old Taylor was asked to choose between his church and the competition. Some former church members say it's more like a cult. Linda Kincaid has this exclusive investigation.
Look, I've really got no comment.
And if I had...
That was a fantastic song and a beautiful performance. Loved it.
I wouldn't describe as a church, as a cult.
I'm Linda Kincaid. I'm with Channel 7.
As a kid, music was always just a part of my life. Dad would always be playing guitar to me, and that's how my love for music sort of really started, and why I play guitar now and follow in his footsteps.
But just wondering if you can tell us why Taylor Henderson was kicked out of the church.
Music has been such a personal thing to me, but now people know that I'm a songwriter and I play guitar. It's crazy.
Morning, Pastor Hollins.
Yes.
I'm Linda Kincaid from Channel 7. How are you doing?
Good.
Just wanted to ask you about Taylor Henderson.
Yes. Look,
Did you kick him out of the church?
no, he was given options.
It's all to do with power and control over other people and what they can and can't do.
He's a dictator, yeah. So you would have given Taylor a choice, as he did, either to stay in the church or to have a career in music.
In effect, it is a cult.
On the national stage, all seemed rosy. Father and son soaring to success, surpassing thousands to make it through to the grand. But behind their smiles, a very dark secret. Competition or church. The ultimatum given by this man, Noel Hollins.
Taylor was given advice, and he had options.
Pastor Hollins is the creator of his own church, the Geelong Revival Centre.
Look, I've got no further comment to make. We preach the word of God, and people have to decide what they do in the light of that.
He believes he's an apostle and leader of the only true church. His rules, he claims, are the rules of God, and only through him can you enter heaven.
We're there to present people with a way of life which is good.
So is following a music career evil?
No, of course not. That's not what the issue. Look,
what's so wrong about Taylor, what Taylor's doing?
No further comment.
A control freak, an absolute control freak. He has to control every aspect of your life, for everything from marriage to, what sort of career you can have.
Listen to your heart and you'll find love, love, love.
Cameron turned his back on the church after disagreeing with some of their views. His wife and kids remained.
Probably looking back at the early years with my music, I think I doubted myself and thought that my songs weren't that good. But here I am now.
Sent to rescue me.
Now 17-year-old Taylor has been forced out, excommunicated.
But we are there to present a message, and we have to be consistent. I've got nothing further to say. That's it.
His auntie told me that he was very upset. He was crying when Hollins told him. Yeah, devastated, yeah.
Taylor is no longer allowed to contact friends on the inside.
Behind these walls, draconian rules are a way of life. Women are discouraged from going to university or working. Couples must seek permission before dating, and medication for illness is frowned upon.
I knew as soon as he got into it that he would be kicked out because Hollins is very controlling.
Warwick Fulford is an ex-member who suffered more than most.
I nearly died as a result of not taking medication.
Diagnosed with bipolar, Warwick was prescribed medication.
Noel Hollins said I couldn't attend church while I was on medication. Yes.
Why?
Because he believes it's wrong. He believes that there's no such thing as mental illness. He believes it was just the way I thought. It got that bad that I was walking on the Westgate Bridge about to jump off and the police stopped me. I just wanted to, get away. I was that sick, I just wanted to get away from everyone.
Warwick left his family behind and escaped the clutch of the Revival Centre. He's since found a Baptist church and is on medication, working as a roof tiler.
Oh, they just cut me off. They just I never existed. What a waste of life it's been. To spend all that years in, just serving some dictator.
If you want to have a child's birthday party, you're only allowed something like 2 in a child's lifetime. If you have a gathering of people in your house, such as a birthday party, there's never any more than, they say, 6. Oh, he likes to keep the numbers low so that he has control over everything all the time.
Building contractor Tom Kennedy got out years ago and believes Taylor is better off on the outside.
It is an immoral spiritual abuse.
The Hendersons had agreed to an interview. When we arrived at the home, the fire was going, the TV on, but no one answered the door. Clearly, someone had got to them.
They want to talk, but they are really scared, and that's the power Noel Hollins has over other people. It mentally affects. It's damaging.
Since last week's grand final, the father and son, who came second and third, are now performing at gigs in Geelong.
Have a little faith in me.
An act which the church would condemn.
Right on the tip of my tongue.
Very proud of the boy. Great to hear him up there.
Ex-members are now getting together, forming support groups. There's a Facebook page set up with almost 90 members and an online forum for those wishing to share their horrid experience.
You weren't allowed to go to the movies?
No.
Why?
We were told these people were evil. It's mind control.
Larissa doesn't want to be identified with this group anymore after years of nightmares. How much control did they have?
They control everything you do. They control everything you think. I was told to leave my baby, my 6-month-old baby, in the caravan whilst I attended the meetings without going to check on him.
When Larissa finally left, some of her family stayed behind.
For the first 6 to 8 months after I walked out, my life was very difficult and there was no chance to be anything but just shell-shocked. Occasionally I would walk down the street and I actually saw people cross the street to avoid me. They're very judgmental.
I used to say the church I used to go to. Now I say the cult I used to go to.
Simon Hugendorn was born into the group. After escaping 5 years ago, he's now studying counselling, specialising in cults to help other victims.
It's very controlling. They package the rules in a fashion that says we're doing this for your good and we know better than you, so this is for your benefit, trust us.
He recalls one female member who was told to forego a scholarship to study medicine.
But having a lady looking at naked bodies was not on for the pastor. And so she bypassed the scholarship.
When we tried to visit the centre, security had been stepped up.
I just knew you were probably going to come here today, so we thought we'd just keep an eye out for you.
What do you believe that Taylor was doing wrong?
I'm not too sure.
Inside, the service was packed and a grilling given to our undercover cameraman about who he was and what he was doing there.
There is a life, there is a truth that's different from what they've been taught.
For now, this father and son seem to be doing fine on the outside.
That's Linda Kincaid reporting.